that we think might be possibly responsible for some of the happenings.
Okay.
And the reason we think that is because she died.
Well, one thing you should know, George outlived Sarah by about a decade. His second wife also named Sarah.
Oh.
But he passed away. Then she essentially got kicked out of the house because Sarah's older brother was J.P. Morgan. He was the executor. He sold the place. The building has incredible history beyond the Morgans.
Yeah.
Because after the Morgans, it was owned by the Bonsall family. Yeah, they owned it as a summer house till 1945. Then it had several different owners. It was known as Festival House for several years. It was a summer bed and breakfast, ran tandem with Tanglewood Music Festival. It was used by Boston University Tanglewood Institute as student housing. It was used by Lenox Boys School as a senior boys house for a while. It was working dance school during the 70s. And after they folded for about 10 years, from 76 to 86, it was family housing for a religious group called the Bible.
Now this room is, originally was the billiard room.
Maybe.
This is where the guys would have came back, had their brandy and cigars, played billiards. Right now it houses an exhibit called the Petite Dames de Mode. They're little ladies' fashion. There's all these dolls. I haven't heard anything about any activity. Kelly and I were leaving, closing up for the night. We had everything turned off. I had already been upstairs, and at the end of the night we have to shut all the doors, all the lights upstairs, just in case of fire or whatever.
Right.
You don't want to feed it with oxygen,
Right.
you know, have it spread to another room. So we came out here in the hallway as we were leaving, and we heard a door slam. So we just kind of both stopped and looked at each other, and I was like, is there anybody in the building that you know of? Because I've already been upstairs, and the workers had gone home for the day. We have construction guys here. They left, all the rest of the staff was gone, except for us. We were the last two to leave. So there was nobody up there. I went up there, all the doors that I closed were still closed. We were alone one day, nobody else was in the building at all. And I don't know if it was, I don't know if it was before we opened or after we had closed, but she smelled a strong smell of like flowers of some type.
Lilac type.
Something like that, like a flowery type perfume.
Females perfume.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, well this is called the Minstrel's Loft or Musician's Loft. Whenever they would have events here, soirees or dances, musicians, usually a quartet, would play up here, and down here in the Great Hall acted as a ballroom.
Yeah.
That's why we sort of jokingly refer to this as Sarah's Fun House. This was built as a summer cottage for her to come here with her friends and family and relax, have fun, and enjoy themselves.
And that's where I had my experiences. Right down there, we had a function going on, and I felt somebody touch my back. I turned, nobody was there. There was only people in front of me, and far enough away where nobody could have even like done this kind of number.
Wow.
This is my favorite room. This is, we call it the green room for obvious reasons. But mostly, whenever we have performances, the performer is always prepared here, so professionally, it's a green room. I kept insisting it be called that, and they painted green.
Excellent.
And this was Sarah number 2's room.
From what we believe, yes, Sarah the Second lived in here.
Really?
This is, we call this the flower room. This is essentially an anteroom where we, because we change our decor every year with the season. Obviously, this is why it's called flower room.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
These are so much prettier than our flowers.
Fortunately, they're all fake.
Yeah. I work at the Delaney house and our flowers are not pretty.
No. This is the room where they have classes for American girls. They basically do arts and crafts with the little girls in here and stuff. What this room was originally, I'm not really sure.
The way the construction of the building, we would be, in Sarah's mind, this would have been a parapet or tower. Because a building was originally intended, this was Sarah Morgan's version of an English country house.
Mm-hmm.
So got a lot of little bits and pieces like that. So this, actually probably one of the staff who lived up here, single female staff members who stayed on site. Yeah, most of these were additional guest rooms because we do count 15 bedrooms total. Sarah.
This is where the bowling alley was.
Awesome!
And as you can tell by the
no
shape
way.
of it,
We
it
gotta
must
leave
have been a pretty kick-ass bowling
We
alley.
gotta
Yeah.
put a digital recorder down here and see if we can hear it. I'm bowling.
That would be awesome.
Now it was actually said that George and his son Junius had a running bowling match, because they had a score, board somewhere along here, and they kept a constant score.
Just the,
Does the basement cover the whole building?
yes.
Yes.
Wow.